Chapter 1. Late mornings and unopened dreams. Joe's bedroom was a place of chaos and confusion, much like the state of his life. The digital numbers on his alarm clock read 11:0. Yet he lay there with his eyes half open, contemplating another late morning. The world outside his window was bathed in the warm embrace of the sun, a stark contrast to the darkness that seemed to have taken residence in his room. As the alarm clock continued its monotonous chime, Joe finally dragged himself out of bed. He glanced at the pile of untouched job applications on his desk. The crisp, white sheets represented countless opportunities he had yet to seize. It was a pile he had been building for months, always telling himself that tomorrow was the day he would start sending them out. The room itself was a testament to the chaos that had become Joe's life. Dirty laundry was strewn across the floor, half-empty takeaway containers littered the coffee table, and an array of unopened bills sat on his kitchen counter, silently demanding attention. It was as though the very act of opening an envelope had become an insurmountable task for him. Joe made his way to the kitchen, where he half-heartedly brewed a pot of coffee. The rich aroma filled the room, but it failed to lift his spirits. He couldn't help but wonder how he had ended up in this state. Just a few years ago, he had been full of promise and ambition. Now, he was an unemployed 30-year-old who spent most of his days binging TV series and losing himself in the never-ending world of streaming. The couch in the living room had become his throne. It was the place where he'd spent countless hours watching mindless shows, getting lost in fictional worlds, and losing himself in the mundane. His remote control was his scepter, and the array of snack wrappers that surrounded him were the remnants of his reign over a kingdom of laziness. Joe sat on the couch, the coffee cup in his hand barely registering in his tired mind. The screen flickered with the next episode in his series. He had lost track of time and purpose, and the weight of his unopened dreams seemed to suffocate him. The urge to start job hunting was always there, but so were the excuses for one more episode and another slice of pizza. His reflection in the blank TV screen looked back at him with judgment. He knew he had to change, to break free from the cycle of procrastination and self-doubt. The pile of job applications stared at him, silently beckoning him to make a move. As he sat there, the TV continued to play in the background, a constant, mindless drone. But in that moment, Joe made a decision. He set down his coffee cup, pushed aside the pizza box, and picked up the nearest job application. It was a small step, but it was a start. Today, he was determined to take the first step toward reclaiming his life from the grip of unemployment.